The second group is clinicians, people who do drum clinics that I've actually seen in person, and some who I've seen on my myriad videos and CDs, DVDs that I have. And, you know, we're talking Greg Bissonette, Steve Smith, Dave Weckl, Dom Famularo, Mike Portnoy, people like this that have got careers in their own right, but they've also done really, really good instructional videos. And those were my inspiration for the first 4 or 5 years of my drumming when I really wanted to woodshed and learn stuff. I used those people as inspirations. You know, locally, I've seen Carmine Appice, Greg Bissonette twice, Rod Morgenstein, the guy from Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, a number of other people, and just local music stores. And they've always been an inspiration to up-and-coming drummers. So if you get a chance, definitely go to a drum clinic, because you will learn something, and it's very entertaining as well. So the third sort of group of people who've inspired me and cowed me at the same time are what I would consider these new age drum athletes. Mike Mangini, Marco Minimum, Thomas Lang, Virgil Donati. These people who do incredible feats of independence and just simply blistering but smooth and musical things on the drums. But to me, they're inspiring because it's like, wow, that's actually humanly possible. And yet they're kind of, there's a gap there, because I think, well, how do you use that? And I've never really heard it used successfully in any way, but I'm sure it will be. And I mean, no question, these guys are fantastic drummers with technique up the butt. But at the same time, I've never heard anything from any of them that was even remotely what I would consider musical. In that it's hummable. And this is the same knock I have against Dream Theater. I mean, Mike Portnoy, John Petrucci, Jordan Rudess, all those guys. I mean, there's no question that they're amazing musicians. And there's no question that their compositions are incredible and that the performance of them is incredible. But they're forgettable, as far as I'm concerned, as music. I don't know what you call it, but it's not music. It's not anything that I would consider music. It's a curiosity, and I admit I have every one of Dream Theater's albums, and I've listened to them frequently, but there's something missing, and I think it's that it's just too busy for the sake of being too busy, and it's 4 or 5 guys that are all trying to be at the forefront at the same time. They don't let each other breathe. It's just a cacophony of blistering rudiments, scales, etc., that doesn't allow any music to creep anywhere near it. So that's just my own biased opinion. That's my view of Dream Theater, okay? I don't think they've ever stopped dreaming, and they've never self-actualized into anything that I would consider music. So, hey, whatever. Then there's a number of people who I respect greatly who are fantastic technicians, Jojo Mayer is just, I mean, I have never seen hands like his. He can do anything with his hands, and he's a pretty groovy guy, and funny and smart and intelligent and very good teacher. But at the same time, the music he plays, I hate. I would never listen to techno, even if you had your gun to my head. But I can admire what he's doing, and he's got some very good points. And again, he's an amazing technician. He's got hands from hell, and you should check him out, especially his 2 DVD set of instructional videos. I don't know what it's called, Secrets for the Modern Drummer or something like that. So then we come to the feet. So we've got, this is a relatively recent phenomenon with people actually deciding that, hey, I can do everything that I can with my hands, with my feet. So, we've got Derek Roddy, Flo Mounier, Jason Bittner, Joey Jordison, Chris Adler, Matthew McDonough, all these guys that are just, not only are they playing like Dave Lombardo or Gene Hoglan or people like that from the olden days, they're playing stop and start rudiments and non-single stroke roll things, and in time, in fast time, in powerful stuff. And I don't like that kind of music, but again, I can admire what they're doing, and the feat, the physical feat of it is incredible, and you should check that stuff out too. And I'm speaking here as a student of the drums. All this stuff is important to know. Okay, so I'm just trying to share with you what I know, what I'm aware of, and what you should check out. Okay, so then you have, the classic monsters of studio and versatility. You've got the Vinnie Colaiuta, Steve Gadd, Dave Weckl, Simon Phillips, people that you can call up, hello, Simon, yeah, could you play for Deep Purple today? And he's like, yeah, give me half an hour, I'll be there. And he can play it, and it's convincing. And the whole audience was like, holy shit, who the hell was that playing? And he played everything right. So, those guys are to be looked at and admired, and they're all on a million records, and, they all have CVs as long as your leg. They're just consummate professional drummers who can play anything. And then, of course, I was never around for this, but I did see a lot of video of the Louis Bellson, Joe Morello, Buddy Rich, what was that guy's name? Ed Shaughnessy from The Tonight Show, Elvin Jones, all those great jazz big band drummers, Jack DeJohnette, the list goes on and on and on. Technique, little sets, swinging like crazy, traditional drumming. And that's also important to look at when you're trying to figure out where you belong and what you want to play. So those are shortly all my influences. I could name a million more drummers. I am a student of all the drums, all the drummers, and I'll handle that in the next question.